Another Wednesday means a whole new crop of horror. Remember, this is just a list of what's being released today in comics, not a review of the comics themselves. Let's dig on into what's new in horror comic books, August 24th, 2022. Welcome back to ML Miller Frights. I'm ML Miller. Before we begin, please do me a favor and punch that like button down below. Share this video with all of your social media addicted pals. Click subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications. Let's check out this week in comic book horror, August 24th, 2022. Tarot, Witch of the Black Rose, number 135, is from BroadSword Comics. The story is by Jim Balent, and the art is by Jim Balent. Holy
ass and titties.
Is that a green-skinned witch in a bikini being spooned by a giant fly person? My God, Jim Balent, what are you on? And can you share a little bit of it with me? Check out that little fly baby about to inject her boob with a needle. Wow. Just wow. This cover. Wow. KOLD number 1 is from Source Point Press. The story is by Michael Patrick Rogers with art by Federica Mancin. This book promises a horrific twist on the Ebenezer Scrooge tale, with a man and his dog going ice fishing and finding a perilous journey through his own personal hell. I'm digging that cover, which reminds me a lot of John Carpenter's Thing. If the cover matches the interior, this could be an interesting comic. Book of Shadows number 2 is from Valiant Entertainment. The story is by Cullen Bunn, with art by Vicente Cifuentes. Some of the most powerful dark heroes of the Valiant universe band together to take on the reality's darkest forces. Eternal Warrior, Shadow Man, Dr. Mirage, Punk Mambo, and Persephone take on their biggest bad they've encountered yet, Exarch Thane, and in his possession is the titular Book of Shadows. While I feel that Bunn has moved slightly away from the dark roots he planted in his now-ended Shadow Man series, the story continues nevertheless. Who knows if a team book can convey the horrors we used to see in the previous series. Vampirella Strikes number 4 is from Dynamite Entertainment. The story is by Tom Sniegoski, with art by Jonathan Lau. The series seems to be about Vampirella working for some kind of supernatural spy organization with a team of specialists against some kind of big bad. Sniegoski seems to have certainly put his all in making this series about something more than just cheesecake. Of course, the cover and Vampy's facial expression has me wondering how uncomfortable it is to pose in a thong on top of a demon skull.
Ass, titties, titties, ass and titties.
Bunny Mask, The Hollow Inside, number 4 is from AfterShock Comics. The story is by Paul Tobin, with art by Andrea Mutti. The Hallow is a ruthless killer on the warpath. Bunny Mask ain't too shabby in the killing department either, but doesn't really see a point in taking on the Hollow, so it's up to a detective to make her change her mind and give a fig. Shady and dark moral dilemmas and gruesome murders are what's to be found in this continuously entertaining series. I Hate This Place number 4 is from Image Comics. The story is by Kyle Starks, with art by Artyom Topilin. Our unlucky couple who inherited a cabin in the middle of a paranormal nexus similar to Skinwalker Ranch finds out just how weird their property is in this issue, exploring the dark history of the land that houses wendigos, aliens, and all sorts of strange shit. I'm still digging this little backwoods jam that has a kitchen sink approach to doling out the horrors. Task Force Z number 11 is from DC Comics. The story is by Matthew Rosenberg, with art by Eddy Barrows. The Red Hood and his team of zombified Batman villains have tracked down the big bad corporation known as Powers International. I'm betting it's not Austin Powers at the helm.
Yeah, baby.
But what if it was?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah.
Gunslinger Spawn number 11 is from Image Comics. The story is by Todd McFarlane, with art by Brett Booth. Gunslinger Spawn finds himself in the future and discovers his enemies has followed him there. Expect 6-shootin' vengeance in this one. At least you can count on it to be Purdy with Brett Booth drawing it. The Swamp Thing number 16 is from DC Comics. The story is by Ram V with art by Mike Perkins. Swamp Thing is back in full force and taking on the industrious complex that's been trying to destroy the Green, known as the Parliament of Gears. I dig the name, and there's bound to be some mossy justice afoot in this fan-favorite horror series. The Department of Truth number 20 is from Image Comics. The story is by James Tynion IV with art by Martin Simons. I've tried getting into this series, but it keeps falling further and further down my list of books to catch up on. Still, I always find Tynion's work to be fascinating, and seeing as this is his version of the X-Files, and I'm a fan of the X-Files, I should find some time to do so. This issue has the feud between the Department of Truth and its rival organization, the Ministry of Lies, come to a fiery climax. Sounds like intriguing intrigue, and that leaves me intrigued. Carnage number 11 is from Marvel Comics. The story is by Ram V with art by Francesco Manna. While I'm not a big fan of Venom, I am rather fond of his serial killer offspring, Carnage. This issue not only has Carnage threaten to destroy all of creation itself, but it has some cool guest stars like Hydro-Man, Spot, and another serial killer named The Artist. Maybe I'll check out this series, as writer Ram V seems to be on a roll these days. Shaolin Cowboy, Cruel to Be Kin, number 4, is from Dark Horse Comics. The story and art are by Jeff Darrow. The cowboy continues his never-ending battle with just about anything and everything that pops into the warped and talented dome of Jeff Darrow. He's been protecting and bickering with a baby Komodo dragon throughout this series, and in this issue, the protecting and bickering continues. And somewhere along the way, the dragon might be learning some of the cowboy's moves. This series simply should not be missed. Well, that's it for this week's haul. I'll be picking up a bunch of these titles this week, including Shaolin Cowboy, I Hate This Place, Cold, and I might give Carnage a try, and eventually I'll get to the Department of Truth. How's about you? Let me know which ones look good to you down in the comments.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be. Stuck inside